It's coming up on Father's Day.
Who's your daddy?
Let's go on an adventure. Hello and welcome to Capricious Conversations. Thank you for joining us today. And welcome my dad, because tomorrow is Father's Day.
Yes, it is.
And so we want to take some time to celebrate dads in the only way we know how, and that is by celebrating the most classic dad thing ever. The bad dad joke.
Bad dad jokes.
And now, you are kind of like grandmaster at the bad dad jokes.
I love them. I love them.
Just to put this in perspective, for filming this episode, he had probably, like 2 hours unedited of different jokes. And they were all equally terrible. So,
yeah, they were really bad.
So hold on to your seat, because you are about to get the cream of the crop of the bad dad jokes.
You know what I hate about Russian dolls? They're so full of themselves.
True story.
Yeah. So, I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around. And now I'm addicted to dots.
What? Why?
Well, some people say I'm just trading one addiction for another, but this time I know where to draw the line. If you're struggling to think of what to get somebody for Christmas, get them a fridge.
Why?
Because you can watch their face light up when they open it. I mastered Braille.
How?
I just had to get a feel for it. There was a guy in a wheelchair, and he stole my camouflage net. Yeah, he just rolled up. You know what I told him? I said, you can hide, but you can't run. I go to the gym so infrequently that I actually still call it James. Why can't you make reservations at a library?
Feeling as it isn't being overdue?
No.
No?
No, they're completely booked.
Oh.
You know why I love going in reverse?
Why?
It just takes me back. Slept like a log last night. I woke up with a fireplace. You know why cats don't shave?
No.
Because 9 out of 10 cats prefer whiskers. What do you call a homeless horse? Unstable. Why couldn't Sally do a pull-up?
Why?
Because Sally has no hands.
Why?
I don't know. Knock knock.
Who's that?
Not Sally.
Oh my God.
You know what I like about dad jokes? Is that no matter how much you push the envelope, it will still be stationary. What's ET short for?
Extraterrestrial being?
No, it's because he's only got little legs.
Oh! Oh.
So a sandwich walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve food here." So I got a new job sweeping up leaves. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm raking it in now. So I went to my therapist. He said, "What's the problem?" And I said, "Well," I said, "You." And he said, "Why?" I said, "Because you just annoy me by replacing things with animal names." He says, "I don't do it on purpose."
Oh my
If you're cold, you should go stand in the corner.
Why?
Because it's 90 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, why do you never see elephants hiding in trees?
Because they don't have thumbs.
No, because they're really, really good at it.
Oh, I see that.
You know what I hate, though? I hate playing poker with the origami club. They always fold. You know, I haven't slept for 3 days.
Why?
That would be way too long. You know, I got a universal remote once. I thought, this changes everything.
Sure does. You betcha.
So when we were growing up, I had a friend that had a Scrabble set, and he spilled it on the road when we were walking home.
A Scrabble set?
A Scrabble set.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, word on the street was it was a mess.
Oh my God.
How many South Americans does it take to change a light bulb? Brazilian. Why don't seagulls fly over the bay?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
Oh.
Seagulls, bagels.
Did you just say help?
So, I used to be in a band. Did you know that? It was called Missing Cat. You've seen our posters, I'm sure. What do you call a sleepwalking nun?
I don't know.
A Roman Catholic. So a sandwich walks into a bar.
A sandwich?
Yeah, and you know what the bartender says?
What?
We don't serve food here.
Ching ching.
So the string walks into the bar. And he walks up to the bar and sits down, he orders a beer, and the bartender says, nope, sorry, we don't serve your kind here. And the string's like, what? And the bartender says, yeah, and he points to a sign that says, no string allowed. And the string's like, are you kidding me? This is like the 2000s. This is the new millennium. He says, I'm sorry. This is the way it is. We don't serve your kind. And the string's like, you gotta be kidding me. And the bartender says, no, I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave. So the string's like, are you serious? So he goes outside, and the more he thinks about this, the madder he gets. He just gets infuriated. He's walking back and forth, and he's pounding his little stringy hand into his little stringy fist, and he just gets, ugh! And his ends start to come undone, and he gets all wrapped up, and he's just really angry. And finally, after about 15 minutes of this, he's like, that's it, I'm going in. That's it, I'm going in. This is wrong. So he comes back in, he sits down, and he says, I want a beer. And the bartender says, hey, I thought I told you we didn't serve string. And he goes, hey, I'm afraid not.
Jeez. These are terrible. These are horrible. Where did you find these?
So I had this shirt, and it had corn and green beans and lettuce and all that kind of stuff on it. So he asked me what it was. So I had to tell him it was a crop top. I decided to tell my vacuum cleaner.
Why?
Because all I was doing was gathering dust.
That's what it does.
Well, you're right. It sucks. My wife and I are having a competition on who can steal the most dog-related stuff from our local pet store.
Oh, you know.
I've just taken the lead. Or this grasshopper walks into a bar. And the bartender says, hey, we've got a drink named after you. And the grasshopper says, why do you have a drink named Bill? You know why I quit my job at the helium factory?
The helium factory? Why?
Yeah, because I refuse to be spoken to in that tone of voice. So I told my friend I was listening to Justin Timberlake the other day while I was washing dishes.
Yeah.
And he said, NSYNC? And I said, where else would I wash dishes? What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
The H?
No?
Don't know.
One's really heavy and the other is just a little lighter.
Zippo's lighter. It's the flick top lighter.
Oh!
I used to be addicted to soap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm clean now. Doctor, I keep thinking I'm a hotel. He says, can I examine you? I said, be my guest. This is a good one. You'll like this one. Why did the girl smear peanut butter on the roadway? To go with the traffic jam. Before I met your mom, I dated a girl with a lazy eye, but I had to break it off. Well, because it turns out she was seeing somebody else the whole time. I had a construction joke, but I'm still working on it. Oh, so, do you remember I was telling you about I wanted to buy a GPS unit? Mm-hmm. Well, I got on Craigslist, and ironically, I bought one off of Bon Jovi, but it's broken.
What?
Yeah, every time I plug it in, it goes, whoa, you're halfway there. So if you dress like a cowboy, does that mean you're ranch dressing?
No.
So I went to a bookstore, and I asked the clerk where the self-help section was, and she said if she told me it would just defeat the purpose. I forgot how to throw a boomerang, but it came back to me. I walked down the street where the houses were numbered 16K, 128K, 256K, 512K. It's a trip down memory lane. You know why I don't trust stairs?
Trust them? Why?
Yeah, because they're always up to something.
Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah. Well, what do you call a sheep with no legs?
I don't.
A cloud.
A cloud.
You can never lose a homing pigeon.
Why not?
Because if it doesn't come back, it was just a pigeon. So when my kids were growing up, my daughter asked me, she said, do all fairy tales start with Once Upon a Time? And I said, no, sometimes they start with, if I'm elected, I promise. So this bloke next to me said, I'm gonna smack you with my guitar. And I said, is that a threat? There was another bar I went into though, and they had a thing where they had these two pieces of meat above the bar. And if you threw a dart and were able to get it like right in the middle of the pieces of meat, you would drink free. So I thought about it, but then I decided not to do it because the stakes were a little too high. Be careful standing near trees. Kind of shady. So I was near the ATM, and this old lady asked me to help her check her balance. So I pushed her over. So I work at this company that there's only 2 of us on the production line. We make Dracula figures, but there's only 2 of us to do it, so I have to make every second count. So the police came to my house.
Why?
Well, they asked me where I was between 3 and 5.
Why?
I told them preschool. People used to laugh at me when I say I want to be a comedian. Well, nobody's laughing now. How do you count cows?
How?
With a calculator. I got a call from the police station saying they wanted to interview me, but I don't remember applying for a job there. So I've deleted, on my cell phone, I deleted all the numbers of the Germans I knew. Because I wanted my phone to be Hans-free.
They were all, of course, named Hans.
All Germans are named Hans or Fritz.
Fritz and Hans.
Right? And you go on your cell phone going on the Fritz.
See, look what you've done with that now.
Boom. Just like that. That's right.
It's like Sonic.
So there you go. A whole list of bad dad jokes. By the way, did I tell you last time we were at the, we went to the taco place. And I ordered the drink and the lady said, do you want it in a can? I said, no, I'll drink it right here.
I hope he laughed a little. Probably groaned a lot. But this Father's Day, do your dad a favor. Humor him, laugh at his jokes.
It's the one day of the year that you have to do that.
That you get to kind of celebrate the bad dad joke. And just show your dad you love him by humoring his jokes. We do love you. And we even love your jokes, even though they're terrible.
They're awful.
Alright, so thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for sharing this video with all your friends. Happy Father's Day.